Does everyone need an audition to get
You ain't gotta go through all that shit,
And then I choose you.
That's the right choice.
Be cool, baby. Mr. Pretty Tony. I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now we can settle this like we got some plans, so we can get into some gangsters.
Hey, Tree, nigga. You ain't no pimp.
Say, man, y'all should already know what time it is, man. For those of you that are initiated, man, just sit back and chill. For those of you that aren't, you're gonna find out in a minute, man. You're fucking with the right one. It's Friday, y'all. You just get ready to open up your ears and let me crawl into your mind. Cause you fucking with the chosen. And as y'all already know, we're gonna go in for real in a minute. But first, we're gonna get on the right vibration. So just chill. If you ain't feeling this, man, you know what a fast forward button is. But I wouldn't advise it. You see, you might be able to hear me. You definitely be able to see me. But I want you to be able to feel me. This is just a little weekly reminder. This is a little weekly reminder that I'm still most fly than your most favorite astrologer. It's gotta be in you, not on you, man. You ain't gotta do all that, baby. It's about that time. There it is. What it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this right here, this ain't shit but some cosmic insight, man. And say, man, it's been a long week, man. It's been a long 6 weeks, man. We bringing these motherfucking series to a culmination. And, you know, by request, and don't get mad at me because y'all asked for it. This right here, this a little something about those people that have Lilith and Libra in their natal chart. Yeah, the black moon Lilith in Libra. It's a whole different bag, man. But before we can actually get into that, man, you already know what we're going to do first, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about Lilith. You know, I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about the mythology behind it, a little bit about the way it affects you, you know, the way it comes across astrologically. Then after that, you know, I'm going to give y'all a little bit about the sign of Libra, just so you understand. And then after that, we're going to bring it to a culmination, man. So without further ado, it's about that time. So when we're talking about Lilith, man, she comes to us from Judaic or Jewish mythology. And really, you know, it's the oldest story ever told. You see, Lilith was the first woman ever created. That's right, if you didn't know. Not Eve, Lilith. Adam and Lilith were created simultaneously by God, equally. And I say that with the utmost importance. Because anybody that thinks femininity is weak, you know, anybody that thinks females, pardon me, are supposed to be submissive, you got that twisted, player. For real. You know, because that's not what it's about. You know, equally, they have so many strengths that come to the table that we don't have. And, you know, femininity is about being receptive. That's all it's about. You understand? It has nothing to do with male and female. And in this case, we are talking about that a little bit. But at the same time, never get that twisted, man. You know, male and female, that's some earth shit. And I'm concerned with the soul. Okay? And I play and I joke and shit. But yeah, I'm concerned with the soul. But anyway, so, you know, with Lilith and Adam, everything was good, all was good in the hood until it came time to consummate the relationship, you know, until it came time to lay down and get nasty. And when it came time for that, you know, Adam tells Lilith, he says, lay down so I may lay on top of you. And like I said earlier, this ain't Eve and she ain't submissive. And she just didn't like the way that felt. She said, no, motherfucker, you lay down so I may lay on top of you. And we all know Adam ain't having that. So... You know, there was a great calamity and the angel of the Lord had to come down and, you know, deal with things, man. And in dealing with things, you know, God automatically sided with Adam. And Lilith, she's dejected. She feels disrespected and she still ain't having it. So she dips out to become all kinds of different things and all kinds of different stories in mythology. Some would say she's a demon that steals babies. Some would say that, you know, she's a seducer of men to their demise. Some would say that she's Satan's wife herself. Some would say she's the mother of all demons. But I just think that's a whole bunch of bullshit and, you know, ignorant rhetoric. Let me tell you what that is, man. Lilith is strong, feminine. You know, it could be manipulative. It could be sexy. Yeah. But it's strong, independent, dark energy. And let me explain to you about dark energy, man. You know, people get dark and light mixed up with good and bad. What you need to understand is that, you know, sometimes the darkness within you is what got you by in some of the worst times of your life. And never forget that. Okay. And I never want to ever get rid of the darkness that's within me because that's part of my strength. Okay. And so back to the story. So that's where Lilith is, man. And Adam, he's sad, you know, poor little tink. He needs him somebody. So what God does then is puts him into a stupor, then takes one of his ribs and then creates Eve, who is of Adam, made to lay under Adam and to be submissive of Adam. Okay. But that's not all women. That's Eve. Eve is of Adam. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, when we're talking about the femininity within us, there's two different aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's deep. And so that's where it goes with that. So when we're talking about astrology, you know, in each person's chart, there's a real indicator of what people would say is dark karma. And that's where Lilith kind of comes into play. And like the nodes, it's not a real, you know, celestial body or astrological body is more of a certain point or aberration in the chart, man. And it helps to understand where certain provocations, temptations, turn-ons, trials, fears, and all kinds of things of the darker side could await a person. You know, it could really represent the darker or more shadow side of our personality, you know, as well as the type of energy that could really put us in great states of trepidation or piss us off, or like I said, turn us on or make us want to get the fuck away from, you know. And it definitely manifests differently when, you know, it's in masculine and feminine energy. And the thing with that is, you know, a lot of males, you know, they don't come to accept their femininity very easily, man. They have this misconception, like I said, that their femininity makes them weak or it would change their sexual orientation. And that's just not the case, man. You know, your femininity is just a part of you, and it's going to be a part of you, and you have it. And as long as it, you know, is a negative part of you, it's not going to be empowering. It's going to be a conflict, and it's going to cause problems. You know what I'm saying? With females, most of them anyway, you know, they're naturally feminine, and so Lilith is a lot more empowering in that aspect. But, you know, for anybody that learns how to challenge it, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad, does it? But it does, you know, represent some things that you got to work on, man. And another thing I want to say is that, you know, there are times when Lilith is strongest, and that's in years of multiple of 9. And I don't mean 1909, 1918, you know, 1927, 1936, and so on and so forth. You know, what I mean is, in years of multiple of 9 from your birth. That's because it takes Lilith 9 years to traverse the whole zodiac and make, you know, a Lilith return. We always talk about these returns. And, you know, it's at that time that a lot of fateful events may occur. And that'll really start like 5 months before that and, you know, culminate like 5 months after that. And, you know, that could really be considered a major period of reckoning and addressing our bullshit. It might be some time where you really got to look in the mirror and be like, man, I'm fucked up. But at the same time, you know, I'm not here for predictions because sometimes nothing could happen. And predictions ain't my thing. I'm here about self-awareness and, you know, character development. But that is what it is. And in Greek, Lilith is known as the Black Moon Hecate. Yeah. And so when we're talking about the sign of Libra, you know, Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac. It rules over the 7th house. You know, its symbol is in scales. It's ruled by Venus, and it rules over the lower back and the kidneys, man. And, you know, Libra's mantra is I relate. And this here is cardinal area. And that's something people always get twisted, you know, because don't ever think Libra energy is weak, because it's the bee's knees when it needs to be, man. So, you know, being the 7th sign of the zodiac, though, is kind of at this point where, you know, the things kind of shift, because the first 6 signs of the wheel, they focus on the individual self. And the last 6, you know, they put more focus on the individual's interactions with others in the world in general. And, you know, the Libra sign's focus first and foremost is, you know, on partnership. You know what I'm saying? It's on how we relate to one individual, really. You know, our close partnerships, business partnerships, our marriages, our best friend. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, you know, Libra does not like to be alone. And with Libra, everything is kind of done better as a pair. And the energy really is good like that, because it seeks balance wherever the fuck it is, man. And it's all about harmony and fair play. And Libra energy, like I said, is a real team player, but its main concern is combining with that one other energy that evens it out. And, you know, being ruled by Venus, Libra is also all about love, beauty, aesthetics, and money too. And I think the main thing that you got to deal with wherever Libra energy is that people talk about is this indecisiveness. But I really don't see it as that, man. It's just, you know, it's not one to take a side, and it's wants to make the right objective decision. Okay. And so let's flip the script and talk about what it means to have Lilith in Libra. Yeah. Well, you know, when I think of people that have Lilith Libra, you know, I think of somebody who has a real tough time that's, you know, accepting themselves for who the fuck they really are, man. You know, they feel unattractive inside and out sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And it causes them to do a whole bunch of shit, man, and really get involved with people who don't really want shit from them in the first place, but to use their ass and, you know, take the energy from them, man. And they're scared of being alone, man. That's a big thing, man. And that alone causes them to go to fucking great lengths to get attention, you know. All that being too nice, you know, superficial fake shit and, you know, constantly flirting and shit and, you know, putting your little business out there on social media and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just really the tip of the iceberg. That's really just the tip of the iceberg, man, with all the fucking froth that comes at the top, man. Like, that's the one thing you also got to deal with any type of negative manifestation or unbalanced Libra energy is it's going to come with a whole bunch of froth at the top. So it's going to be real hard to ever get to anything real. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just going to keep producing more and more foam on your ass, man. And I'm gonna tell you this too, man. It's gonna be over the course of this life, man. At some point, man, the Libra Lilith person is gonna, you know, seek out a fucking business partner, a marriage partner, a motherfucking best friend. You know what I'm saying? For just the sheer personal gain. If not for anything else, but to, you know, qualm the fucking fear of being motherfucking alone or having to face the day alone, man. And, you know, being at camp alone when they were kids and, you know, they do a little too much because they just don't, they feel weird being alone. They feel like their value has to be seen by who they with. And that's a real issue with that, man. And, you know, no matter what, man, you know what I'm saying? I can say that these are the type of people, and they don't mean that they always have to, that would marry for ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? Be it the attention it brings from a partner or, you know, the actual attention that the pairing itself brings, in, you know, or generates publicly. Or be it money, be it for looks or status or all that bullshit, man. Like, they want to fuck with you for a reason, not necessarily, you know, because they love you sometimes. It's sometimes it's just because they can't deal with themselves and being alone. Like, that's an issue. On top of that, you know, that fear of being alone makes a Lilith and Libra person, you know, be willing to sacrifice themselves and sometimes their fucking self-respect for their relationship, man. You know, they'll change their personality to accommodate, man. They'll lie. They'll fucking manipulate. They'll make promises they can't keep because Lilith here also gives a motherfucker away with words that is, you know, absolutely unparalleled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to talk about sweet nothings? They know how to tell you what you want to hear, man. And they really just want somebody to love them and, you know, make them feel wanted because they scared that, you know, they won't ever be enough by themselves, man. And the thing is, they just can't find balance. Yeah. And, you know, this one really does present a whole fucked up bag of fucking relationship issues, manipulation, fucking narcissism, codependency, fucking abuse. You know, this one, you know, is that motherfucker that's this Lilith and Libra person that's carrying the weight and the other one being a motherfucking deadbeat. Yeah. And, you know, when you cross a Lilith and Libra person, they're going to kill you with a smile. Literally. And, you know, they're going to look in your face like everything is good, then destroy your world like it ain't shit too, man. Like, don't ever think it's weak. Like I said, this is cardinal air, man. And whatever they're going to do, they're going to put thought into it. A whole bunch of it, man. They're going to play dumb. They're going to play like they're just a little pretty face, you know, like they don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And really, like, hey, they're going to be doing whatever it takes for them to be able to find balance. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they're going to be the type to fucking offer to help you deal with your motherfucking issues that they caused. That's the type of shit they're going to do. They're smart like that, man, with a smile. And when it comes to what pisses them off, you know, it's seeing motherfuckers get treated unfairly. You know, is somebody stealing their significant other, man. You know, somebody steal their man or somebody steal their girl, man. Like, ugh. Like, hell hath no fury then, man. And, you know, it's people being rude or, you know, especially for no reason. Somebody calling them ugly. Oh, and if you play too much with them, just like the game that they play, man, they'll fuck your relationship up and smile at both of y'all. And I mean, it is what it is, man. We talking about Lilith here, man. Y'all asked for it. Okay. And when it comes to their fucking greatest adversary, man, it's well-balanced motherfuckers who know how to talk. It's motherfuckers with game like them. It's people that think they prettier than them. It's people that they think are prettier than them. Yeah. It's their business partner, it's their best friends, it's their husband or wife or whatever. It's these relationships they put themselves in. That's their greatest adversary. And when it comes to what scares them, man, we already talked about it. It's being alone. It's being outsmarted. It's being viewed in a negative light. It's the police, the laws. It's having nobody to wake up to, It's feeling rejected in a relationship, And when it comes to their secrets, they could have secret affairs, of course. They could have secret legal issues, They could be in the closet, if you know what I mean. They could have had cosmetic surgery, They're the type that'll be in a relationship with you and you never know that they still be married the whole time. Yeah, all kinds of fuckery. All kinds of fuckery, man. And so when we talking about, when it comes to the more sexual side of things, nobody is more adept at playing with the mind to get their way, man. And, they will bend, dance, smile, whisper, This is the art of flirtation for real. And you fucking with the master, the king. And, they want you to tell them how they want it. And they gonna give it to you. They don't want you just like that. They want to spend the night. Yeah. It's going to be romantic, man. And when we talk about the highest form of Libra Lilith, though, man, this is a person who has just found balance within themselves. And so they no longer, seek out, bullshit ass, unbalanced situations, because it ain't, man, They're really just seeking out a duplicate of a pretty painting. And that's something they should always remember. But either way, man, just because you built like that, man, you don't have to build like that, man. You don't have to feed into the negativity, man. It don't matter where Lilith is. It don't matter if it's in Libra like this in here. It don't matter if it's in Gemini like mine. It don't matter if it's in motherfucking Sagittarius like we're going to talk about in a minute, man. It don't matter, man. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it ain't about what you do. It's about how you do it, man. So let me know how you rock it. Okay? I'm here to help anybody. If anybody has something they need to talk about, man, I haven't said it in a while, man. Feel free to hit me up, man, if you're having some struggles, man. Because we can always talk about that, man. Hey, this was the second to last installment, man, in this Lilith series, man. Right here, and this Lilith in the sign series. We'll come back with the houses later on. But yeah, we're finna close that out today, man. I appreciate all the love and support. If y'all are interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below, or you can email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com, man. And like, share, subscribe, man. I'm telling you, man. Help me get on this algorithm and keep pushing, man. We've grown so much and we have nothing but growing to do, man. Nothing but growing to do, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. We about not even 6 months in. Yeah, we 5 months in, man. And look how much we grown. I'm so grateful. And we're gonna keep pushing. All right? I'm gonna fuck with y'all in a minute. Keep it true.